What's the haps? I'm Meroka and welcome to the Advent of Indies for December 14th. Today's developer is, well, Silverstring Media, you can see that. And the freebie game for today is Glitchhikers. Just to preempt the title for you. I'm going to try and get through the intro to this quite quickly because the game just throws you in without any warning. I'm not really going to have much choice over this. Their freebie game, as you can see, is Glitchhikers. Their premium game is the Silverstring Holiday Bundle, which is Glitchhikers and the soundtrack, Azrael Stop and the original soundtrack, and The Edge Volume 1, The First Journey. And of course, being the Advent of Indies, you can go and enter your details to try and win a copy of that on their website. I'm going to get the timer going because they ain't waiting for me, so timer's running. You get your 15 minutes, go through a little bit of a tutorial. I can speed up, slow down, and steer the car. This is a very sort of, I don't know, it's a lot about the experience. We're going to get a radio guy talk to us in just a moment, and people are going to appear in the car. I kind of know what this game's about, and it's weird because I wanted to do this. I kind of had this on the back burner for one of my filler content on a day when someone gave me a soundtrack. I was like, if I need to do that again, if I need to do alternative programming, I'll do Glitchhikers, but hey, here it is, so Glitchhikers. I'm going to have to shut up in a minute when the radio guy comes in, I know I am. Okay, radio's on.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Almost 100 years before Columbus ever sailed to the Americas, a Chinese explorer named Zheng He made 7 naval expeditions, traveling thousands of miles with over 300 ships. When the next emperor came to power, all the ships were destroyed, and the Ming Dynasty entered a period of isolationism that lasted hundreds of years. With that one decision, the fate of the world changed. Let's go on a journey together with our next song, Find Me on a Whim.
It seems like my speed continually resets to 100. I keep trying to go faster, but it's not going anywhere. I don't know if the radio's terribly interesting. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. Kind of boring. I don't know if driving the car seems to do much. This is one of those this is a game that a lot of people would call not a game. We will be visited, presumably, by people. I kind of know a bit about this game. I've seen people do this before. It's a weird one of those. It's a very artsy kind of thing, sort of slightly abstract, make what you will of it kind of thing. But driving around at night with strange radio guys, and it doesn't feel like having control over the car really does much at all. I wonder if I can ram into other cars. Let's see if I can do that. What happens if you drive into a... Nah, they stay a fixed distance ahead of me. It's just red lights. You can never catch up to them. They're like photons. Yeah. Okay, things are happening in the sky. Hello. There's a strange woman with a jaggedy chin. Thanks for the pickup. I was beginning to think it would be hours before I got a lift from something worthy. From something worthy? I'm glad I'm worthy of you. Jeez. Oh, right. Oh, yes, we do have narrative choices. I forgot this was a thing. Are you hurt? Bad experience? I've never picked up a hitchhiker before. I've never picked up a hitchhiker before. Because I haven't. I don't drive. That's how I've never picked up a hitchhiker. I don't know what steering and accelerating does in this game. It seems completely superfluous. It's not even like Desert Bus. You can't even do anything. I need to click to keep talking. Alright, yes, sorry. It's the first time for everything. Don't be nervous. Just to the next rest stop would be great. A good drive can fix a lot. Mind if I smoke? Well, I don't think you're giving me much choice, are you? You're kind of smoking anyway. Already rather beat me to it, lady. Yeah, as long as you wind the window down a crack, so don't get all smoky in here, fine, I guess. Driving is lonely. I love driving, it's a lot of fun. Is that a joint? Driving is a metaphor. Driving is calming. Driving is a metaphor, because I suspect in the context of this game it probably is. What it is, I don't know. That's up to you to determine and establish for yourself, I guess. Driving like this, it's all just a metaphor. Is that a joint? Good old BC Bird. That was a little on the nose, don't you think? They say the journey's more important, you know, the other thing, than, you know, the other thing. Why are you driving? We're driving to 36 miles to Rendition. I wonder if... I've no idea how the journey of this game works. Actually, I don't know if there's like a end to it, or if it's like procedurally generated. I wonder if we actually end up in Rendition. I'm kind of intrigued by the mechanics of these kind of games more so than I am the games themselves, I think. When it's slightly abstract, I'm more trying to figure out how it works. Is this I don't know if this is a procedurally done thing. Interesting if it was, but I don't think it is. I kind of want to keep an eye out for road signs now to see where rendition is. I guess if I were to accelerate, would you get there faster and you'd have less conversations with people? I mean, technically, I don't actually need to advance the conversation at all, so I could just drive all the way over there without talking to anyone. Or we could take it slow. Take it slow. Bring it right down. Oh, the radio's back on. Got a bit of music. And then it's gone again. I don't know if the radio guy's going to come. I think the radio guy comes back between conversations. Why am I driving? Driving is a spiritual thing. Because I like it. To find something. Just to get somewhere. Because I like it. I just like driving. Well, that's fair, I suppose. Joy is a worthy pursuit. Is that it, though? When I was a kid, we had a cabin out on one of the islands. At night, you could see thousands of stars. It was so bright, you didn't need a flashlight. I gave them all names. Atticus and Caesar, Garuda and Saul. Yep, all 4 stars. It doesn't let me stare at her indefinitely. That last time I moved back, that was involuntary. Kind of keeps... I need to keep my eye on the road, I guess, instead of staring at the weird woman who materialized in my car against my will. Ooh, tunnel. They fought each other in wars of my making. Alliances formed and were broken. Explosions burst across the sky. I was a god to them. Stars are too far away. There is no god! How dare you? There is no god. You insult my intelligence. I think the stars are a light in the darkness. That's very literal. There is no god! There's no such thing as a god. Godliness is a matter of perspective. Are we not a flowers god? Is not a mountain our god? My parents pretty much ignored me. Father was too drunk, mother too busy. Yet I still remember those days fondly. Think that says something about me? Possibly. Ooh, does the clock tick forward in real time? I guess it kind of does. It's not an accurate clock because that is not the time that it is. But actually, no, it's not. Does that say something about you? No, it doesn't. One day a man came to the grassy spot where I played. He said I was from the stars and pleaded for... He said he was from the stars and pleaded for my mercy. I told him it was all make-believe. He just shook his head. Hang on. So did you stop doing it? That one kind of flickered between 2 things, and I didn't quite catch what the other one was. Oh, did you stop? Oh, right. Oh, I see. When you hover over it, it kind of changes, I guess, the size of the text. Did that... Oh, oh! Okay, radio... I guess if you wait too long, things happen. It kind of forces you to make a decision. That's a little bit Telltale-esque, I guess. Too bad I was never really a kid. Thanks for the lift. And that's that.
Well, that was a little different. Ever wonder why the night sky is black, even though there is nowhere you could look that doesn't eventually have a star? Shouldn't it be white? And scientists say the average color of the universe is beige. There are stars above you even in the day, and they are watching. Gravity will, up next. Keep your eye on the road, and have a lovely drive.
Whoa. Like, whoa, man. Mind blown. Like, why isn't the night sky white? I think there is a good reason for that, and I can't for life remember what that is. I've actually seen that question asked and explained somewhere before, and I can't for life remember what the actual explanation is. There is a good reason for it, though. I'm going to try and ram into the car in front again. At least until somebody materializes in my seat. Ramming speeds! It's just like Guns of Icarus all over again. More tunnels. Kind of a quirky style this thing's got going on, but kind of cool. Hello, you have no face. I found a beached whale the other day, up north, just lying there. It was still alive. It looked up at me as I approached. You know why whales beach themselves? No one does. No one knows for sure. Well, no, not really. Only 50% of beachings have discernible explanations. Anyway, I wasn't asking you. That's what I asked the whale. Why do humans jump off bridges? It responded. All sorts of reasons, I said. It looked to me like it knew. Knew I didn't really know. Or didn't I? Most suicides are a result of mental illness. The whale could talk? Well, that's a reasonable question, I suppose. Have you considered suicide? Let's ask about the whale, because that's the least dark topic, perhaps. The whale could talk? Of course it could. How else would we communicate? Jeez. Alright, ask a stupid question. You ever think about just driving off the road, careening through the barrier, down a cliff, into the forest or water? We all have those fantasies. We never do it. Somehow this world won't let us. People have a right to die. Suicide is stupid. I know someone. I thought about it myself. Suicide is stupid. I've heard that. Cowardly, some say, but most of those who try are mentally ill. They need help, not condemnation. You ever lost someone close to you? No, I haven't. You're lucky, but it happens to everyone eventually. Death and taxes. It's hard at first. So hard. They're gone forever. I lost a brother a little while ago. He was always there for me. Now he's just not. That hurts. Thinking about it is like dressing a throbbing wound that you know will never fully heal. No matter what, it will always be there. Only 10% of people who survive suicide attempts go on to die by suicide. Many have transformative experiences and would never consider it again. Some even realise they want to live, right when it's too late to stop. Would you push a whale back into the water? It swims itself right back onto the beach. Maybe they know something we don't. Does death ever make sense? And with that, she's gone. I figure I should probably actually get through the discussions before it sort of forces my hand and just goes, okay, conversation's over for like no apparent reason. So, yeah. Some deep stuff in here. Stuff to make you ponder, I guess. Asking the tough questions. The ones that most games probably wouldn't. Because they would probably include some manner of actual gameplay. Ooh, funky
And the circle
trees.
of life continues. We don't always have control over our lives, over what happens to us. But we do control how we react. Accept, grow, live, love, hide, fade, wither, wisen, embrace, fight. You are all alone out there, but you know, you're never alone. Millions of distinct bacteria share your body. You're never alone. Keep driving, driver. Turtles All the Way Down is up next.
This game's probably a little bit too philosophical for me. These are not the sort of questions I tend to ponder in my day-to-day experience. But it's certainly interesting to sort of contemplate. Now, was the moon red before? I don't recall the moon being red. I thought it was just, you know, moon-coloured. The moon appears to have gone red. Unless I've got a really bad memory, which is totally plausible and reasonable and probable. Because that's the sort of thing I tend to have. Yeah, it could be that. I can never overtake these lights. I continue to chase these lights. Cruising down the motorway at 120 kilometers per hour. I presume that's kilometers per hour, not just 120 kilometers. You know, I haven't been keeping out for the road. Eye out for the road signs. I was going to say, I was wondering about whether there was a ultimate destination to this, but I don't recall looking. I don't recall having seen any road signs recently because I haven't really been looking. I suppose the flickering means hello. I've got a person with a moon for a face. You're slightly strange. I wonder if you have anything to do with the moon up there. It seems like an important journey for you. Why did you pick me up? I had no choice. For the company. To learn something. Yeah, to learn something. I want to learn. You can always learn things from meeting new people. Greater empathy, broader viewpoints, new experiences. You are wise to seek it. Well, thank you. Night is cold and the world is wide. Connecting with one person seems a miracle in a world of 7 billion souls. No such thing as miracles, possible connections all around. Connections are just chemistry. Connecting is the meaning of life. I like that. Connecting is the meaning of life. Connecting with other people is the meaning of life. I like that. All of us in this world to form a greater whole, a network of consciousness. Forget the uncaring universe, forge care with each other, here, now, a new universe of understanding and bonding. 7 billion people, such a difficult number to even comprehend. 7 billion seconds ago I was 220 years younger. Okay. How old are you? I mean, I know you got like the moon for a face, but are you as old as the moon? Imagine, we all came from the same place, thousands of years ago, all of us. Common ancestors. Hindi language has roots in common with Greek, Russian, English. In those ancient times, we knew so much less about how the world worked. We created stories to explain it, rituals to give our lives order in a place that seemed to have little. We still do that. We still create stories to give our lives meaning. This is our endless quest to find meaning. Perhaps that is our meaning. To always strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. In Vedic times in India, the basis of early Hinduism, two of the major deities were Agni and Soma. Agni was a personification of the ritual fire. Hey, I've heard of Agni. Ash of Agni is a weapon in Spiral Knights. I did not know this, though. Agni is a personification of the ritual fire, though, in which offerings were burnt to give to the gods. So there you go, you learned something. Smoke rose into the heavens, you see, carrying messages to the divine where mortals could not go. Agni was a messenger. If things put in the fire rose to the heavens, why didn't people jump into the fires themselves? Soma personified a holy drink that granted him immortality, one of the offerings to the gods. Some believe it was a hallucinogen, drunk in holy ecstatic ritual. The god of bad trips, perhaps. And the imagery has survived to this day. Soma is commonly used in reference to narcotic and pharmacological substances. Word travelling through the ages. Even ideas have lives and journeys. I'm kind of running a bit long, but I want to get to the end of this hitchhiker, I guess. Both Agni and Soma represented types of journeys, ways we tried to understand the world. We still try. We are faced with an uncaring universe, and yet fewer and fewer people embrace the comfort of religion. We move beyond needing religion. That's progress, I guess. We move beyond needing organized religion. We do know more about the world than ever before, but there is still much that is unexplained. Can religion not be a comfort to some? A peace treaty with the unknown? We're all on our journeys, driving. Why do you drive this night? Because I like it. I just enjoy driving, there doesn't need to be anything more than that. That is true, enjoyment is a fine enough end in itself. I hope you find it. And with that, she is gone. And with that, I'm going to call it there.
What do you see?
So, thank you very much for watching. This has been Glitchhikers. This is an interesting experience, and this is totally free to download over on itch.io. So go check that out. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Meroka. I'll see you with more indies tomorrow.